Welcome back, everybody, to TV Sports 27. Second half, getting ready to kick off between the St. Louis Rhinos and the Portland Lumberjacks. Portland just scored to end the first half, which means they got a chance to double up here on the touchdowns. It is 13-13. The difference in this game, well, how do we get here? Portland, 2 touchdowns and a missed extra point. St. Louis, a touchdown and 2 field goals. That is how we are here right now. Check out all the action on our YouTube or our Patreon page if you want to see what you missed from the first half. Terrell Davis with the handoff. Man, have they really been that little on offense here? I mean, that's only TD's 4th run of the game. Russell Wilson, before the last drive, had only completed 1 pass. I guess I'd like to see a time of possession, but I guess St. Louis just kind of dominated that time of possession here. Back on the running game to Terrell Davis, and maybe that's something Pete Carroll is going to look to establish here in the second half, is getting Terrell Davis involved a little bit more here. 2nd and 8, Russell Wilson rolls out. Rob Smith. And he'll be brought down by Eric Barnes, 1 yard shy of the first down. So 3rd and 1. The big heavies, there's Too Tall Jones leaning over the first down line. And Terrell Davis meets Too Tall Jones. What will the referees, they might have to bring the index card out. They're going to give TD the first down. TD likes it. Give the mile high salute as TD is going to have some words there. I mean, they've been chippy. This is a national championship rematch. So both teams have been chippy. Portland remembers what happened to them 1 year ago. Their 15-1 season coming to an end, and Russell Wilson tried to run it. Jason Taylor with the quarterback sack. And how about, whoa, he gives the mile-high salute right back, and I think that was in the direction of Terrell Davis and the fact that there's so many Denver Broncos on this team. My goodness, you guys, they are, woo, they're getting chippy out there. There's Rod Smith. Another catch for Smith.
Let's go. Let's do it.
They are getting chippy in Portland. SK Money, how's the 200 section doing up there? SK Money up in the 200 right now. Hand off to Terrell Davis. I haven't seen Demarius. Do we have any injuries? I didn't really check any injury reports before we jumped into this one, but I haven't seen Demarius Thomas yet. No injuries on either side, so he's just been quiet. Jack Lambert getting in the face of Terrell Davis. Is he not on the team anymore? Well, I didn't check my roster because I didn't think anyone had gotten moved around. Maybe, or was he never a starter? Let's look here. Wow, oh, Booker T. Yeah, I told you we added the WWE draft class in here, so maybe Demarius Thomas out of here. I didn't realize that. We'll have to check again the transactions, because I really didn't think anybody got moved around, but I'm not seeing your premium. There's no... Oh, it's picked off by Jonathan Velma, the 2nd interception of the day for Russell Wilson. My goodness, Jonathan Vilma. 1-on-1 looking for Schofner. And he just stole that away. If you're a Lumberjack fan, maybe you're hoping that Schofner kind of fights for that a little bit. 200 section still going good. That's what I'm hearing in the chat from SK Money. Fantastic. Hand off to Eric Dickerson to the outside. SK Money, do you have a favorite Eric Dickerson game? Your favorite Dickerson moment? Greatest running back in pro football history. You got to wonder if that record's going to fall one day, because we've already seen, look at these blocks, and there goes Dickerson. Now that they've added an additional game, it seems like these 2,000-yard seasons might come up a little more frequently. And we kind of already saw, it was actually kind of funny, they were saying Puka Nakua, which, not to take anything away from the man, Of course, he played with my Miami Dolphins for a very long time. Now doing his thing in real life with the Rams. But Puka Nacua set like a rookie NFL record. And he broke like a 50, 60-year-old record. Like most receiving yards for a rookie in NFL history. Which is awesome. Very cool. And, you know, again, not taking anything away from him. Because obviously this is a record that hasn't been broken in however many years. 50, 60 years. The tweet said it broke, you know... And again, see, now I don't even remember whose record it was. I can look it up. But the record he broke of the guy from like the 50s only played in 14 games. And Puka, of course, had an extra 3 games. So when you look at it like that, like, yeah, he broke the record. But is it, considering when the guy before, and I mean, you know, I'm showing my disrespect. Let's look it up. Rookie wide receiver yards record NFL. Look it up right now. That's the old Google here. Play action fake. Kelly kind of got, like, he got stuck in a divot, and it's intercepted. That was a, that was supposed to be a running play, which is why you saw Jim Kelly kind of go crazy, because I was expecting to run the football. And Eddie Jackson's going to get the interception. I must have hit the wrong button or something happened there. Bill Groman had the record, so... Just to put it in perspective. So, yeah, broken play right there, miscommunication. Not taking anything away from Puka Nacua. You know, fantastic. What a year. But Puka Nacua, in 17 games, had 1,486 yards. In 14 games, Bill Groman had 1,473 yards. So... You know, he broke the record, but he broke it by a handful of yards and needed 3 extra games to do it. Jamar Chase, third on the list, again with 17 games. So, Odell Beckham, he's down here on the list, only played 12 games. So, assuming he was injured or whatnot, and still is, like, really high up on the list. But just put all that in perspective. I'm glad that this website I'm looking at does take into account number of games. So, not taking anything away from Puka, but... You know, needed 3 extra games to break the record. When someone breaks the record in 14 games, I'll be impressed, all right? I'll be impressed. All right, 3rd and 6 off of this gifted turnover on the broken play. A lot of frustrations because I think, well, I was expecting a run, but they were expecting, you know, Jim Kelly expecting the ball to go one way. Ball went the other way. Receiver went the other way. Miscommunication out there. And what's been a defensive battle here in this RXFL. St. Louis moving the ball well. Like, how many times has St. Louis been down there? St. Louis should actually be blowing out the Lumberjacks, because when you think about it, twice they went down the field, settled for field goals, and then just now they went down the field through an interception. So, I mean, they should be way ahead on the scoreboard. And Russell Wilson, oh my goodness, had an open man. And just had a hard time fluttering the ball out there to him. My goodness. So 3rd and 4. And they've done well, here goes Russell Wilson. They had done a good job keeping Russell Wilson contained in this entire game. In fact, that is his first recorded rush. That's how good they have kept Russell Wilson contained in this one. But on that play, they let him break out and pick up the first down. Hear that? They're anticipating a run. Russell Wilson, play action fake. Schofner with the reception. No, incomplete? What? Did he drop it? He said he dropped it. Wow, I don't know about that. Question that. Handoff to Terrell Davis. Nice jukes, kind of shoving some guys away. Tackle eventually made by James Harrison, who has been quiet here in this ball game. 3rd and 6 for the Lumberjacks. Play action fake. Russell Wilson. Incomplete. Was looking for Vincent Jackson. And it's going to be 4th down, so the Lumberjacks punt this one away. We could get overtime here in this one. Pat McAfee on for the punt. And that one rolls into the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So here comes Jim Kelly. You can see he's got the, he's got the grass stains on him. He's been scuffed up, and this is the reason why. He has hit the turf quite a number of times in the first half and the second half. No doubt about that.
Ready up. Take the mic, boys. 56.
National championship rematch. 1 season ago, these two battled for a chance to go. Oh my goodness, the X Factor. And look at Dickerson. Oh my goodness, still going. What a run by Eric Dickerson,
Let's go, baby.
who could be closing in on 175. Woo, Dickerson, Jake Scott knocking guys. I don't even, who is the X Factor that he just destroyed?
Go now. 60
What weapons does Rhino's team have? You run it with Dickerson, you throw it with Kelly. You got Odell and Megatron. Oh, look at Dickerson. Well, I don't know. This is reminding you of the Super Bowl 57 field. It's a little slick, a little slippery, as we are tied 13 apiece going into the fourth quarter. Guys, if you want to help support the channel, there's all the links: Twitch, YouTube, Patreon, Streamlabs, Ko-fi, and Twitter. Check them all out. Follow, subscribe, support the channel on Patreon. Drop something in the tip jar. We appreciate it. We'll shout you out on the channel anytime we get a sign up or a Ko-fi or something. We'll go ahead and make sure we shout you out right here on the channel. So we'll do that for you, and we appreciate that support. Of course, said this game being brought to you by our Patreon supporters. So we appreciate that. Jim Kelly on third down. Are they going to stall out on another third down? I think they are. Wow. For the third, fourth, fifth time they've gotten down the field. And they're going to be held out of the end zone here. So Josh Scobie comes on for your field goal. It's going to be a long one. Looks good. Romo. He's perfected that thing ever since Seattle. He's perfected that. Nice kick by Josh Scobie. (16-13). This game's gonna have an interesting conclusion, so you guys want to stick around for this, because it's gonna be, something's gonna happen,
Let go.
and someone's gonna feel like they blew a close game. Russell Wilson been playing a little worse for wear so far, tossing the 2 interceptions. Wilson going deep, and it is dropped by Vincent Jackson. My goodness, you don't often see that out of Vincent Jackson. Does he have a catch yet today? Russell Wilson just check down. You got real familiar with that in Denver. So 2 consecutive passes. Now you got to throw it a third time here. So the running game not going to Terrell Davis just yet. 3rd and 8 for Russell Wilson. Plenty of time. And he's going to go for Rod Smith, who makes the catch. We got Delta O'Neal, who's coming up injured. What a play. What a huge play in this game for the Lumberjacks. Davis hits the juke and then gets wrapped up from behind by Jack Lambert. They're trading fists in this game, aren't they? Nowhere for Terrell Davis to go. He cannot. Look at this. We got a pec strain for Mr. Delta O'Neal. Again, all the scores you're seeing at the bottom of the screen coming up. Following the conclusion of this game, we're going to look at all the scores for Week 3. We're going to get you all set for Week number 4, Wilson. Oh, man. Just could not find anybody that he wanted to get the football to, and Leonard Little comes in with the sack. So now we got to go for a tie game here, and that looming over this one is the missed extra point. And that one is right through the pipes. So we're back tied 16-16. We'll get you all previewed for week number 4. Let you know the Patreon bonus game, what that one is going to be. Colbert turns that one up to the 30.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So how's St. Louis play this one? Do they... Yeah, oh, look at this by Dickerson. You know, are they going to play conservative here, try to drain the clock some? And the way it's going, and look at that, they are going into clock chewing mode. See how much of this time they can wind down. They've had a hard time. They've had no problem getting down the field. But I don't know if it's the red zone offense or the red zone defense, but it's been a disaster for the St. Louis Rhinos. Stopped by there by Dickerson. Incredible numbers for Dickerson that he's got so far today. Second down and 13 as Jim Kelly kind of threads the needle on that one, and we've seen a lot of drop passes. That was Jimmy Smith, who can we get Jimmy Smith back in WWE? How awesome was he? They're looking for a color or a play-by-play commentator. Graves is doing good, though. Corey Graves doing good, but Jimmy Smith. Jim Kelly. Caught. No, Megatron can't hang on. What is up with this ball? You're seeing the best of the best. Fumble-rooski this thing. My goodness, even Megatron isn't safe. So the Rhinos go 3 and out. And now the Lumberjacks can kind of play into clock chewing mode here. Look at this. They're gonna do the same thing. Maybe set up for a game winner. Hand off to Terrell Davis. Nothing happening there. Jack Lambert. What a monster he's been. Held Davis down, just 42 yards for TD.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Again, one more plug, Toronto, New England. If you want to see that incredible game featuring a rare Madden kickoff return for a touchdown, it's up right now, early, ad-free, and never coming out on YouTube. It is exclusively for our Patreon members, patreon.com/tvsports27. Sign up at any level that you like. Help support the channel and get a little bit of bonus TB Sports content, a little bit of extra content. You don't miss a thing if you're just following along the RXFL on Twitch or on YouTube. You get at least one game a week. But if you want a little bit of extra, if you want some bonus content, some extra games, that's the place to be. Patreon is the place to go. Support the channel, get bonus content. It's a win-win all the way across. Terrell Davis can't go anywhere. James Harrison. Davis still stuck at that 42 yards. My goodness gracious. 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun here. Russell Wilson going deep. A couple of times we've seen him do that. No dice for Vincent Jackson. So 4th and 10. Yeah, you're kind of playing field position at this point now for the brand. And yes, I'm doing these punts on purpose. We have a rule in the RXFL. We want to see punt return. We don't want to see coffin corners. We don't want to see balls going into the end zone for touchbacks. So 2:20 now on the clock, and it shifts back to St. Louis. Could we be getting overtime? In that case, for YouTubers, you have to wait 2 more days to get the Week 3 wrap-up. Man, everybody just covered right now. How crazy is that? A lot of credit that you got to give this defense on both sides, but the Portland defense, led by Revis Island, who was open on that play? When you're Jim Kelly, when you're a pocket passer, you really don't have that passing option here. Kelly's, I think, just got to start doing stuff like that. Dickerson, he could be closing in on 200 all-purpose when it's all said and done. He's got 18 receiving. And what's he up to, 170 or so? So he's got to be very close to 200 all-purpose yards. So I wonder if you get out of clock chewing mode now if you're the St. Louis Rhinos. Maybe they do after this. Kelly to Odell Beckham. I think you do get out of... How about holding Jim Kelly to just 170 yards passing? That's an accomplishment there for this defense. Not so much on Dickerson. Dickerson's got more rushing yards than Kelly has passing yards here. And Kelly is just going to give it to Dickerson. You gotta wonder if Portland will start taking any timeouts at some point in time as well. Clock will wind down to about a minute. This is kind of interesting how this might play out. They will play action, fake it, and Kelly, his pass will be defended and incomplete. So you go to 3rd down and 7 for the St. Louis Rhinos. I see Booker T just hit a spin-a-rooney on the sideline. Yes, in our Denver Broncos, we have the movie Legends draft class. In this one, we have the WWE Legends draft class. Mixing that up a little bit. That one, another drop. And they're going to have to give the ball back to Portland. How unreal is this? These defenses. They're actually going to shut down the servers for this game coming up in April, so I won't be able to download any of these draft classes anymore. So we'll be pretty much stuck with like generic draft classes. But these players are so young and their ratings are so high that I feel like that won't be a problem. Now, I wonder if I try to do another season of the RXFL, like let's say we get to a point where all the players have aged out, no more legends, whatever. I think I still have this draft class downloaded, or I still have this downloaded, right? Once it's downloaded, it's downloaded. I don't think like you download it once and it stays with the save file. That would be unfortunate, but if we ever get to the point where we've retired all these players, it might be time for a new Madden adventure. So timeout. This is what a competitive. So the debate was about the Mike Vick and Randall Cunningham battle the unbeatens or the national championship rematch. We got a good one here, and it's going to come down to either overtime or this game-winning drive by Russell Wilson, as Wilson's throw, and neither quarterback has really been super effective in this game. So you give credit to these defenses here, absolutely, that have done a very nice job. 2nd and 10, and maybe St. Louis steals a possession here. They can get a 3-and-out. More good defense. You like good defense, or do you like offense? Do you like jazz? Now the game is saying to just play for overtime, which I don't think that is how Pete Carroll plays this one. Even if you get the 1st down, you kind of seal your fate, and you can get to overtime, but I think to just run the ball, they can call a timeout. Russell Wilson he thought about running it. Oh my goodness, what a collision on the sideline, and they're going to say either an illegal forward pass or, yeah, they're going to call an illegal forward against Russell Wilson. So this one will go back to the Rhinos. How about this? We've had each team that's had a shot at a game-winning drive, I think twice each. How crazy. 54 is Conan. I think that's Conan from WCW out there. How about that, huh? So we got Conan out there. We got Booker T. Amazing. All right, you have 3 timeouts, 19 seconds. You got Josh Scobie getting to field goal range here. Kelly. Oh my goodness, going for the one-handed catch was Andre Rison. And there you see Scobie. He would like you to get to the 41-yard line. That is what he is asking for. Can the Rhinos do it with all timeouts, 14 seconds? They can go anywhere on the field. They have that luxury 3 times. They have the luxury here. They'll do just that. Andre Rison makes that catch. Timeout called. 9 seconds. What an ending in this one. And we might have overtime on the horizon. Andre Horizons. 3rd and inches. Doesn't matter. You got to go for the field goal. Blown coverage. Blown coverage by Jake Scott. Jimmy Smith. No one around him. And now with 4 seconds, you are in that field goal range for Josh Scobie. He wanted you at the 41. Battery level's getting low, so we better not go to overtime to win this in the national championship. And Pete Carroll is going to ice the kicker here. Pete Carroll's going to ice it for Scobie. So we'll try this one more time with the level running low, with the kicker being iced. Here we go. He drills it, and it's over. And for the 2nd time, St. Louis comes into Portland. SK Money going nuts in the 200 section. The Portland Lumberjacks have matched their loss total all of last season. Last year, they were 15-1, just like the Grand Rapids Rampage. They were 15-1, and they lost the national championship game to the Lumberjacks for 2 total losses. This season, they are 1-2 to start this year. Maybe getting rid of Demarius Thomas wasn't such a good move. I don't know. But the Rhinos will move to 2-1. The Lumberjacks move. They drop to 1-2. Don't go anywhere, though. We're going to look at all the scores and look at all the big stats and get you all hyped up. The results for week number 3 and get you all squared away for week number 4. See you in a little bit.